Hello everyone. So let us discuss about an important topic of world history today. Clear? Now coming to world history, there are many topics mentioned in the syllabus. Among them, the two most popular topics are the two world wars, that is the first and the second world war, and the top and subtopics mentioned is causes and consequences of the two world wars. Clear? So let us discuss about the first world war. What were the major causes of the first world war? What it led to, and what was the scope of this war? Clear? So coming to the topic, that is the First World War. This war was from 1914 till 1918, almost for 4 years. Clear? So it continued almost for 4 years. Clear? In fact, one interesting thing to be known as clear. The major reason for this First World War was division of Europe into two armed camps. Clear? In fact, by the end of 19th century only, Europe got divided into two camps. Which were these two camps? Clear? First camp was known as Triple Alliance. Clear? This camp of Triple Alliance comprised of countries like Germany, very aggressive one. Second country was Austria-Hungary, and the third country was Italy. Clear? So three countries coming under Triple Alliance were these countries of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy, and it was a pure military alliance. Clear? But at the same time, it was also a defensive military alliance. That is, Italy, when they joined the alliance in 1882, Italy made it clear that if any of these countries are attacked by other country, Italy will support the country. Otherwise, if any of these countries prove to be aggressor, Italy will not be a part of Triple Alliance. So Triple Alliance was largely a defensive military alliance formed finally in 1882, especially by the German Prime Minister, that is Otto von Bismarck. Clear? Second camp which was established in Europe by this time, this alliance is known as the Triple Entente. Clear? Triple Entente means political understanding for peace and stability. Clear? And Triple Entente comprised of countries like Britain, the most powerful country in Europe. Then second country was France, and the third country was Russia. Clear? So three countries together were Triple Entente. Clear? In fact, the First World War was largely between these two camps in Europe, Triple Alliance and Triple Entente. Clear? But at the same time, even though this alliance was formed, what were the other reasons? Major reason for First World War was race for imperialism and colonialism. Clear? Most of Asia and Africa had been parceled out between France and Britain. Clear? When Germany became a unified nation in 1871, Germany also jumped into the race for imperialism and colonialism, and that became a major factor for Britain and France coming together in Triple Entente, and that became a major factor for First World War. So race for imperialism and colonialism. Second major factor for First World War was also the naval power of Britain. Britain wanted to dominate the global politics by naval superiority, but after German unification, Germany also developed itself to be a naval power, and naval challenge was given by Germany to Britain from time to time. That also became a major factor for First World War. Third major factor was race for armament. Clear? All these two countries, two sets of countries, they began to acquire arms and weapons in large amount, and that created sense of collective security, culminating into war. Clear? This war was further intensified or expedited by two local issues. Clear? One local issue was basically the Moroccan crisis. Clear? Moroccan crisis related to crisis in the region of northern part of Africa in Morocco, where both clear France wanted to establish its monopoly and Britain wanted to have its control. Clear? Second was a crisis which is known as the Balkan crisis. Clear? In fact, Balkan crisis became the immediate factor for First World War. Clear? What was this Balkan crisis? Clear? Austria, which had already established control over Hungary, Austria also wanted to have control over the region of Balkan. Clear? In fact, there was a country in Balkan region, that country known as Serbia. Clear? In fact, clear, country of Serbia was very prominent one, and Serbia also wanted to expand in Balkan region. Clear? Understand through map also. Clear? So coming to Balkan countries. Clear? We'll look into Balkan countries. Look into this map. Clear? Now look into this map of Balkan region. Clear? This is Balkan mountain. Clear? There was a very important country that is known as Serbia. Clear? Serbia wanted to have control over adjoining region known as Bosnia and Herzegovina. Clear? But Austria, supported by Germany, established control over Bosnia and Herzegovina. Clear? This affected the sentiments of Serbia, and from here Balkan crisis began to take place. Clear? When Balkan crisis began to take place at this time, clear? In this crisis, the Austrian prince known as Archduke Francis Ferdinand, clear? He visited the Bosnian capital of Sarajevo. Clear? So there was a capital of Bosnia known as Sarajevo. Clear? And when this Austrian prince was at Sarajevo along with his wife, clear, he was assassinated by a student from Serbia, Serb student. Clear? And as soon as the Austrian prince was assassinated, Austria declared Serbia to be responsible for this annexation. Austria decided to attack Serbia. Clear? To the rescue of Serbia, the country that came here, that country was Russian Federation. Clear? Russia decided to support Serbia, and conflict started between the two power blocs. Clear? So Austria decided to attack Serbia. Russia came to the rescue of Serbia, and ultimately the war was finalized. Clear? Finally, on 1st of August 1914, Serbia was attacked by Germany, followed by Austria. That marked the beginning of First World War. Clear? So First World War started first of all due to race for imperialism and colonialism, then conflict on naval front between Britain and Germany, then division of Europe into two power camps, then race for armament, and ultimately two regional crises, the most important being the Balkan crisis, leading to the beginning of First World War. Clear? When this war started, very interesting thing to be known. Clear? When this war started, the scope of the war got increased because all these are European countries. Then why do we call it to be First World War? It became global in nature because some countries left and some countries joined. Clear? That enhanced the scope of the war. Clear? Now, first of all, which were the countries that left? Clear? As soon as the war started, clear, Italy left the group immediately because Germany was an aggressor here. Clear? Since Italy left the group immediately because it was to be defensive military alliance. The identity of triple alliance also got liquidated. Clear? So identity of triple alliance got liquidated as Italy walked away from alliance. Clear? But at the same time, other countries joined the alliance. Clear? The next country to join the alliance was a Balkan country, and this country was Bulgaria. Now, why Bulgaria joined the group? Need to understand here. Bulgaria is located here. Clear? Bulgaria wanted to expand towards Romania, and Bulgaria wanted to expand towards Greece. Clear? So Bulgaria wanted to expand towards northern side, that is Romania, towards southern side, that is Greece. Clear? So obviously Bulgaria joined the aggressive group of Germany, and we'll see two other countries that were supposed to be victim, Romania and Greece, they joined the other camp. Clear? So Romania and Greece joined the other camp, and Balkan got largely involved in the First World War. Clear? So Bulgaria joined the group. Apart from Bulgaria, another sensitive country, Turkey also joined this group. Clear? Why Turkey joined this group here? Clear? Turkey is located here. Turkey joined the group here because Turkey was the head of Ottoman Empire, Islamic Empire, and Turkey was affected by France. Clear? And Turkey joined the group. When Turkey joined the group, the war became global in nature because Ottoman Empire headed by Turkey included countries of West Asia, countries of Eastern Europe, and countries of North Africa. Clear? So three continents got involved because of Turkey, and the war became global in nature. Clear? This large group which was formed in First World War, this group came to be known as Central Powers. Clear? So Triple Alliance was replaced by Central Powers in the First World War. Clear? That enhanced the scope of the war. Clear? But after this, the identity of Triple Entente also got liquidated. Why? The identity of Triple Entente got liquidated. Russia, who went to support Serbia, Russia was still a medieval country, and Russia was thoroughly defeated by Germany and Austria-Hungary. Clear? Even though Russia was defeated, Russia backed away from the war, and Russia witnessed a mighty revolution known as Russian Revolution in 1917 under Lenin. Clear? These two countries were left, Britain and France, but some more countries joined. Clear? In fact, two Balkan countries joined, that is Greece and Romania. Reasons we had already discussed. Why Greece and Romania joined the war? To counter Bulgaria. Clear? Because both were threatened by the country of Bulgaria. Clear? The country of this group became really a radical group when a country from Asia joined, that is Japan. Japan joined the group because Japan wanted to expand towards China, which was under German control. And finally, clear, the most powerful country joined this group, that is United States. And this large group came to be known in the course of First World War as Allied Powers. Clear? So Triple Entente got replaced by Allied Powers. Clear? So First World War largely became a global war when countries beyond Europe from other continents also joined, and this led to war between Central Powers and Allied Powers. Clear? This war went on for 4 years. Multiple battles were fought. The most important battle was Battle of Jutland, clear, in which naval war took place between United States and Germany, and ultimately German forces began to get defeated. Clear? The war came to an end in November 18, and after the end of war, with defeat of Central Powers, clear, the Allied Powers convened Paris Peace Conference in France, and they decided to have proper order at global level. Clear? But during Paris Peace Conference, very humiliating treaties began to be imposed on defeated powers like Germany, Austria-Hungary, Bulgaria, and Turkey. Clear? The most humiliating treaty was imposed on Germany, which is known as the Treaty of Versailles. Clear? It was the most humiliating treaty, and according to Treaty of Versailles, clear, Germany was paralyzed financially, economically, sovereignty, militarily, every sense. Clear? And that is why it is said seeds of Second World War were shown in the Treaty of Versailles. Clear? Germany refused to accept Versailles, and that marked the rise of a very powerful leader, Adolf Hitler, who promoted fascist ideology in Germany. And just because of such developments, world witnessed another catastrophic war, that is Second World War, exactly after 20 years in 1939. So seeds of Second World War were shown in the treaties of First World War during Paris Peace Conference. Okay? This was First World War, major causes and the course of the war, and how the war started as a European conflict became a global war that indicate the enhanced scope of the war due to walking away of some countries and joining of more countries guided by their own considerations. Claim this was about First World War. Thank you.